Another episode of the Farmhouse Knitting Podcast. I'm your host Dayna, and today is episode 18. So thank you if you are new and you just stumbled upon me, or if you're a returning viewer. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and chatting, knitting with me. I do have two very exciting announcements, and the first one, I'll start with the giveaway. The first one is that I noticed that I reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which for some people might be a small number, some people might be a big number. For me, it was just my very first goal of doing this. I just kind of thought I'll start a knitting podcast, and so I reached my goal, and so I do have a special 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and so I'll share a little bit more about those prizes in a little bit, but one of them is one of the share pair skeins of, well, a set from Mandy's Makings. And if you follow her on Instagram or know about her, she contributes some yarn to the summer sock camp with the Crazy Sock Lady this year. And she makes really pretty, gorgeous yarn, and I was able to get some at one of her shop updates, and so that is going to be part of the giveaway, so that's very exciting. Then the second thing, and like I said, I'll show you those in a little bit. The second thing I wanted to share is that I am going to be starting, today is episode 1 of season 2. So seasons is something I've thought about doing for a while. I like them for TV shows. I like them actually in audio podcasts. I think it kind of brings everything together and gives it a little bit of a focus. And also as the creator, it kind of gives me a little more focus. And so I finally decided I'm going to start seasons. So today is the first day of season 2. And the theme is breakfast in bed. And so I will hopefully continue being able to do these weekly podcasts. For a while it was every other week, and I will hopefully be able to keep doing that for every week, uploading on Thursdays, and that season will go through August, so the end of August, and then in September, which is kind of the start of fall. I always think of Labor Day as the official start of fall and not the end of summer, because my mind just goes to fall right away. So in September I'll start season 3, and I'm still working on what the theme is going to be for that, but I was excited to share that with you guys, and just that there's going to be a little bit more structure, I guess, of the podcast. So I'm Dayna, and this is a knitting podcast. I'm coming to you from my farmhouse in northern Illinois. I'm wearing my cozy sweatshirt today because it is, I'm actually not sure what the temperature outside is, but inside our house got to 66 degrees, and we don't have central air. We have air conditioning units upstairs and downstairs. We have 2 of them. So our house is never at 66 degrees in the end of June. So I was actually kind of cold. So I put this on today, and I am pregnant. If you're new, I'm pregnant with our 4th child. So I don't have any knitwear that fits me. So I put this on, and I was actually pretty excited. I wouldn't go wear this out in public right now, and I do have another shirt on under it, but it shows a little bit of my belly if I go wear it out. But I was like, you know what, this is good for the podcast today. And this is just a sweatshirt. I actually don't sell it in the shop anymore, because the sweatshirt itself, they don't sell anymore. It's Old Navy, but I was selling this for a while. I do sell other things with this design on it, and so if you're interested in that, I will link down in the description where you need to go to find all that, and also everything I talk about, as always, will be in the description. So that is that. Let's see. I think we can get going. Last week's episode was, just took the lid off my coffee. Last week's episode was like 30 minutes. I don't know if I'll do that today. I kind of powered through that. I was going on like this high of having been at the park all morning with the kids, and I was very tired, and I just kind of powered through my projects. And this week I'm going to slow down a little bit and show you what I've been working on. I have 2 finished products. I always say products. 2 finished projects to share with you guys. And some whips. I did not cast anything new on. I have a lot of things kind of waiting in the wings, but I knew that I really wanted to finish what I was working on first before starting those, so I will show you all of that as well. I did go to Hobby Lobby, and they do have, well, they might not anymore, but Hobby Lobbies across the country were putting certain yarns on clearance like they do sometimes, and so I'm in a Facebook group called Addicted to Sock Knitting, I think it is. And everyone was posting on there about what they found, and my mom had gone and she sent me pictures of what she found, so of course I had to go, and we made an outing of it, me, my mom, and my sister's kids, and my kids. And so I have some exciting yarn to show you. I have some yarn that I got in the mail, and that is it. That is all. Oh, I have a really cool new Amish style yarn swift to show you that I have not tested out yet, so I'm going to test that out with you guys today and pair it with my Knit Picks ball winder, and we'll see if we can spin some yarn, or not spin, but what's the verb if you're getting yarn into a ball? Just wind some balls up. Probably not that. Probably not that. Okay, well, I do have notes, so if I look down, it's because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. I tried to kind of group things around me by what I'll be talking about, but pregnancy brain doesn't always allow you to remember everything. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I just have iced coffee today, and I ended up putting in just a little splash of, what is it called? I'm not going to remember the brand. Nestle doesn't make coffee. Nestle? It's one of the 2 main brands that you can buy in a grocery store here in the US, and it's not, Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate. And the flavor is Snickers, like the candy. So my sister brought that over, and so I just put that in with my caramel macchiato iced coffee, and that's what we have for today. So, like I said, it's not the hottest of summer days. It's kind of very strange and random outside, but that's okay. Iced coffee is always still a good idea. So, let's get into some projects. Not products, projects. I don't have my sock blockers, but my first project to show you that I finished are my vanilla socks, and I will insert a picture of them on me, but these are just the vanilla socks by Crazy Sock Lady, and I did turn them into just shorty socks. I just shortened the cuff and shortened the leg and went with that. So I do have my 2 finished socks that I'm so excited about, because if you've seen previous episodes, you know that this was my first fingering weight pair of socks that I used and followed a pattern, and I think I did it right. It fits, and they're very cute. And I used Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in the fingering weight, and I used the color Reindeer Heather. I did use 2 balls of this, and I didn't, I don't know, I might have been able to get away with 1. I had kind of like 1 full one and 1 that I had kind of already dug into, and I didn't know how much was in there. So once I finished the one sock, I just started the next ball because I didn't want to have to deal with adding a new yarn strand and weaving in ends and all that. So that is my first project, and like I said, they're shorties, so they didn't use as much yarn. What can I say about these socks? They're really very simple. They're very soft. This yarn, I've never used the Stroll tweed. It's very soft. I love tweedy and rustic yarn, and so I'm very excited to wear those. I've also only ever knit like worsted weight or heavier socks, so this will be kind of cool. I can wear them inside my shoes once I wear shoes with laces and stuff again, because right now I pretty much live in either my Birkenstock clogs or my slip-on Toms or flip-flops if I know we're getting wet outside. So once I'm back into shoes with laces, I will definitely be wearing these, but I'll also wear them around our house a lot, and they're just very soft. I am really happy with how those turned out, so I'm excited. And then I have another finished thing to show you. So we are pregnant with a boy. Our fourth is a boy, and we now have 3 girls. So this is all new. I've not knit for a boy very much, and so I decided to make a super bulky version of my Woodland moss blanket. And so I kind of adapted the pattern a little bit, because the original pattern that I have also linked is I used the We Are Knitters petite wool, and this is the Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick that I had in my stash. And so I'm always wrestling with the plants in here. So this is kind of a little bit of what it looks like. I also will try to take a picture of this for Instagram and insert it in here for you guys to see. Got really distracted by a giant bee outside. I'm really fingers crossed that our 186-year-old house doesn't have any cracks that bees are gonna come in. Anyway, I don't like bees. Okay, so I altered the pattern. I used super bulky. I cast on 64 stitches. I think I still use this needle size that was in the pattern, which was 11. And so I don't remember what the original pattern says. That one actually might even be a free one on my website. I will add the links. But whatever the original pattern was, for this one I did 3 rows top and bottom of just garter stitch and 3 stitches either side where I just did garter stitch before I got into the Irish moss stitch. So it was a very simple pattern. I don't have the skein of yarn, but I didn't end up using the whole thing. So I think I had a little less than 3 balls of yarn for this in my stash. And I for sure went through 2 of them, and I just went a little bit into the 3rd. So that is baby boy's first baby blanket, and his nursery is going to be kind of a woodland theme, and I've kind of been finalizing in my brain what his decorations are going to look like and his colors and everything. I'm leaning towards kind of a buffalo plaid, but not with red, with greens and black, or greens and gray. My husband has a flannel jacket that is like the perfect shade of green flannel, and so, or not flannel, what is flannel? It's like fleece flannel. The colors are perfect, and so that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I was hoping walking through Hobby Lobby would inspire me with colors, but they didn't have very much in the way of green, where it wasn't a very bright green or like a sage green. I was kind of looking for more woodlandy. So I'm excited that I at least have a baby blanket for him, and no matter what colors I choose, then I think the charcoal will kind of go with it. And so hopefully make a good tummy time blanket and stroller and car seat blanket for him, so he doesn't just get passed down something pink and with unicorns, which is what our house is covered in right now. We've got a lot of girls. So, oh my goodness, I'm really excited that I have 2 finished projects, because last week I don't think I had anything done yet. I had torn out a few things. I don't have any progress on the baby vest that I was going to make him. I had started it and tore it out because I don't remember the reasoning. I was going to put it on straight needles. I didn't do that yet. That's part of one of the things that I want to wait before casting on, because I wanted to finish these couple projects that already were started, but now they are done. Some nice rustic pieces, and I am excited to be done with them. They were very fun to knit, but you know how when you get towards the end of a project and you are ready to cast on something new. So those are my finished projects. Oh, and the baby blanket ended up in a square. I wasn't sure because of how much yarn I had, and I didn't want to go and have to buy new yarn. It is about 25 inches by 25 inches, so I think that's a pretty good baby blanket size, because it's just small enough when they need to kind of be in one little area and they're not mobile, but then it's not too big for them to carry around like Linus and Charlie Brown, or if they're taking it with them in the stroller or whatever. So that is that. 2 finished projects. Whew, I was knitting a lot. So partly why is because my 2 oldest girls started Vacation Bible School for 3 hours each morning just for this week, which is a big deal because we are a homeschooling family, and I'm not used to coming home to a mostly quiet house. So after I dropped them off, I put Lucy, my 1-year-old, down for a nap, and our puppy Benny came outside for a quick potty break and then went back down for a nap, and it was very quiet, and I just sat and knit on these projects. And I watched the newest episode of the Knitting Traditions podcast, and what else did I do? So this was all yesterday. This is all Monday. Was their first day of this, and then today, Tuesday, I didn't get to sit and knit very much. I had to go to the doctor for a checkup, which wasn't as fun, but I did finish these socks. Actually, I was the person in the waiting room knitting socks and doing the Kitchener stitch, and hoping they didn't call me right then, because I always have to look up the Kitchener stitch every time I start it again. Even though I've done it a bunch of times, I never remember the the 2 setup stitches, what you're supposed to do, and it's backwards from what you're doing later on. So I was hoping they don't call me in when I'm halfway through my 14 stitches on both sides, because I was like, I probably won't remember where I was, and it's no fun to frog stitches when you're onto the Kitchener stitch, because it's just, your mind has to wrap around doing something else. And so that was that. That is the reason for a little bit extra knitting, is pretty much just a little bit extra time with the kids gone. And for a moment, I was very tempted to be like, you know what? I like having a little bit extra time to knit and work and have a little break in the morning. Do we need to homeschool? And then I listened to this perfect podcast episode. If you're a homeschooling mom or ever homeschooled, it's called Coffee with Carrie. And she had an episode about, and she was talking about, actually I don't remember what the whole episode was about, but anyway, she said something in there that was, or maybe it wasn't her. It might have been the Dorinda Wilson podcast. I'm not sure. Basically something that was just like, brought me back to why we're homeschooling. So anyway, side note, I do have another whip to show you guys. I got through the heel of my first sock, of my country cabin sock, which is a knitting pattern by me that I'm working on. So this is a pattern that I have had for a while, haven't done anything with, and then I was talking about redoing the heel with a little bit of a different approach. What we like to call the right way. So I do have the heel to show you what it looks like, maybe with the slip stitches. So this is just the back, and then it works its way back into the cable knit. And this is a pattern I'm working on, hopefully will be published soon on my Knit Picks. I'm a fan of Knit Picks. They have such fast shipping, oh my gosh. Which for when you're way out here by me is a big deal. This was their bare yarn, and I'm still unsure if it was Wool of the Andes or if it was Stroll. It's definitely not Stroll fingering, but it might be Stroll worsted or Wool of the Andes worsted. Anyway, it's their bare, and I dyed it with avocado. And I think I used 2 avocados. And so I decided I'm going to start up my socks with that yarn because it just kind of was sitting there on our hutch as decoration and kind of this cool yarn that I had dyed, and finally found the perfect project for it. So that's sock 1 of the pair, and I'm very excited that I got through the heel because I was a little worried I wouldn't know what to do compared to fingering weight, but we got it. We got it with not very much of a fight back from it, so that was good. What to share with you? Oh, I know. Okay, this is something I didn't have progress on last time because I don't remember why, but I tore it out. I had started it and then I tore it out. But I decided that I was going to finally knit us some family Christmas stockings. So I have 7 stockings, not all on the needles, but waiting in the queue. And they are by Ursula from She Thinks She Can, I think is what her design name is under. She has a lot of different patterns. I am choosing to start. My first one is the gingerbread one, and it's called Ginger Mint. See if I can get it to cooperate on the needles. All I have so far is the ribbing, which was what was giving me trouble at first because it is the corrugated ribbing. But I've got it now. Oh, I know the other reason I tore it out is because I had started at first not thinking very much, not reading the pattern of what size, what length needles, but I started them on sock needles and had to switch them over to this. And so I might not be done with the ribbing, I'm not sure, but I'm excited to at least have that much to show you because last time I think it was just the cast on row and that wasn't very impressive at all, and then I tore it out and took a week off from it, and now that's the progress on that. So obviously a ways to go on this one, and then I have 6 more, so they're not going to be done by this Christmas. It's kind of an ongoing project. And our baby is due in October, so I don't imagine I'll have a lot of extra knitting time. Put some grass on it. And then I'm carrying this in my Jingle All the Way to the Yarn Store bag, which I have in my my Etsy shop, which you can find in the link down below. I also have this cozy design on one of these tote bags. Cozy, Jingle All the Way to the Yarn Store. And I've went and found this because I kind of thought, I don't do a whole lot for like Christmas in July, but I thought that would be kind of fun to carry my forever Christmas project in. And thank you guys for the suggestions of project bags that you guys left on the last video because I don't have cute project bags. I have cute project bags, but it's a lot of things like this that my mom will gift me from Joann's, which I love, but they don't zip, and that's a big deal when you have a 1-year-old and a puppy who are always sniffing around in your living room. I also have this one that I'm currently using from Forever 21, I think. Yeah. To house my my Hobby Lobby stash. So I think those are the only 2 whips I have. I have 2 finished objects and 2 whips today. So I think I can move on to my cozy mail and happy things, I guess we'll call it. So I have something in the works that I am working on making a different YouTube video for that will end up being a free pattern. And for that pattern, I had to, ooh, the lighting's not great. Like I said, it's a weird summer day. I didn't have to. I went back to Knit Picks. I have been really impressed with them lately. Like I said, they have really great fast shipping, but also great customer service. There was a time a few times ago where I was missing 2 skeins and I called them and they sent them, no questions asked. Like 2 days later, they got here. And like I said, when you live out in the country, that's a big deal because it can take a while for things to get here. So we have, I guess I shouldn't put these down yet. We have the Summer Olympics coming up. See if I can hold these all. And I live in America, so these are our colors. And we also have 4th of July coming up, which is our Independence Day in July. And so I decided I was going to knit a project. Now, this is something I knit 4 years ago for our oldest daughter. And I never made a pattern for, I think I might have been selling them in my Etsy shop for a while finished, but I've never made a pattern for, so I decided I'm going to turn that into a video, and it's a headband. So I got Fiesta red. I think this is just white, and blue. Fiesta red, white, and blue. And so they have a lot of other colors. If you are looking to make the headband that I'm going to do the video for, you can hop on and get some of the skeins of this in your colors, your country's colors, or just whatever other colors you like, Christmas colors, anything like that. So that is the first thing that I got. And if you're watching this later after after I finish that video, I will link it into here. So oh no, I think we're good now. Sorry about that, my camera cut me off. I had to go in and delete a video that I had already posted. So hopefully now we're good, at least for another 30 minutes, which I shouldn't go any longer than that anyway. So I was saying, oh, I'll link that in the description. If you're watching this when it first comes out and you're waiting for the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because YouTube will show you on your homepage a lot of times, I don't know, YouTube's algorithm, I guess, is kind of different. It's very viewer based, so based on what you're watching. So if you, like for me, I went on and I watched a whole bunch of videos about like homesteading the other day, and my homepage was just flooded with all these videos of other homesteaders who I wasn't subscribed to. And so I had to go in and click into my subscriptions to actually see what videos had just been posted by people that I'm subscribed to, and not just like, oh, there's like a home repair question I have. Doesn't mean I want to see all these videos all the time. I didn't ever subscribe to them, but just because I had watched them. Anyway, If you want to make sure that you get that video and other videos I do, then please make sure you subscribe. The video that I just had to go in and delete off my phone because I already uploaded it is a slow TV knitting video where it's basically like knitting at the beach. I was not actually at the beach. I actually put on Instagram in my stories like a question about, and a little sneak peek of where do you think Dayna's knitting today? And you guys had some funny answers. It was actually in my sunroom. I had a towel set out and I put a bunch of sand on the towel, and my daughter probably thought I was nuts because I'm in there sitting quietly just knitting on my towel and sand, which is probably pretty weird, but I thought it was kind of cool. I really like doing those kind of top-down flat lay style pictures and videos, and so I thought that doing some slow TV knitting is kind of calm and peaceful. If you want to knit to that, it's kind of like the fireplace TV at Christmas time. So also that's a video you can check out, and subscribe because I do plan on doing some really fun ones for fall coming up. So let's see. I have a couple more things to share with you. The giveaway obviously is very exciting. My Hobby Lobby yarn, my Yarn Swift, which I will actually insert a video because it's pretty big and I already know that I'm not going to be able to show you guys that. So I'll insert like a little video clip of winding up some yarn on that. This is my first Yarn Swift. I have a ball winder, but usually it's very, very, I don't know what the word is. It's not a cute way to wind your yarn. I usually either wrap it around the back of a chair or I stand and I hold it so the yarn is around me and my husband will ball the wind up, or like he'll spin the thing. I know you're probably excited about the giveaway, so I'm going to show you guys that first. I have 3 special skeins of yarn that are looking for a loving home, and I thought instead of just having them sit on my shelf, I really wanted to share it with you. I wanted to share a pair. So Mandy's Makings has, it's like a set, a share a pair set where you buy basically 2 amounts of yarn that you would need for socks and you give one away to your knitting friend. Well, you guys are my knitting friends, so I am going to keep one of these sets, and this set I am going to give away in the giveaway. And this is a beautiful rain. Let's see if I can hold that up close for you guys. I don't know why it doesn't wanna. See if I can click. I'm using my phone because that's how I roll. There we go. So it's very pretty, just absolutely gorgeous, and hard to get apparently. I had kind of discovered, oh no, it's not focused on me, sorry guys. I had kind of just discovered Mandy's Makings and kind of her like her mission statement, what she's about, and so that's when I got these. But I know a lot of people miss her shop updates and stuff, so now you don't have to be watching and stalking her Instagram for getting some of her yarn. That's going to be part of the giveaway. The other yarn that I found is this Yarn Bee, what's this one called? Lilac Luster. It just wants to focus on, okay, there. And these are all 400 yards or 3.5 ounces. I don't know how to convert it. It just says 100 grams. I don't understand our way of the metric system or whatever, how it's different from everybody else, but that's that. And then the second, or yes, the third, is also Yarn Bee. This is called Nosy Posy. And this is from Yarn Bee's hand-dyed, authentic hand-dyed yarn. Oh my goodness, my brain. Like line, I guess. So we have Lilac Luster and Nosy Posy from Yarn Bee. and a beautiful rain from Mandy's making. So this is all part of the giveaway, the 1,000 subscribers giveaway, because like I said, it's a big goal to have met for me, and now I'll have to come up with a different goal. And so I'm very thankful that you guys have subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I feel like I keep saying it, but it keeps popping into my head. Because I know I'll watch videos of people and then not realize I'm subscribed, and then that thing happens on my homepage and I'm like, well, where's all the videos that I wanted to see about this subject, and not how to, I don't know, insert whatever random thing you go look for on YouTube about, but like not something you'll come back to over and over again type thing. So that's the giveaway. Oh, to enter the giveaway, that would be good to know, right? I'll go back and I'll edit it so it shows up in the bottom when I first mention there's a giveaway. Comment below, and my brain, see, this is, I wrote it in my notes and I still missed it. Comment below, 1 entry per person, and I will draw a winner on Monday, June 28th, which is this next Monday, right? Because then I film usually on Tuesdays, and I will upload that episode on Thursday. So that's the giveaway. That's the excitement over there. Now what? What else to say? I will add in the Yarn Swift video. Hobby Lobby clearance sale. That's how I felt. That's how I felt when suddenly I got onto Facebook, which can be a very dark place, and saw all this Hobby Lobby yarn with those bright orange clearance stickers in my feed, and I was like, I need to go to there and see all that. So the first thing I got was 94 cents, is their I Love This Cotton, which is one of my favorite yarns. This and Dishie are my favorite yarns to use for dishcloths. I don't love Sugar and Cream. I don't love whatever Hobby Lobby's Crafters something or other. There's a bunch of other cotton yarns out there that I find too scratchy. So I'm obsessed with this. It kind of has like a speckle. Oh, come on, phone. It has like a speckled look with a little bit of, they call it lime, I believe. No, lime dot. So it's a little bit of lime and purples, a little bit of navy blue. Oh, now it doesn't even know me. My phone is just acting up with the weather. Anyway, 94 cents. And you get a lot of dishcloths or cup cozies out of that, and so I'm excited about that find. And then I had to get myself, so this is their hand dyed in coral cotton of Yarn Bee. They didn't have every color on clearance, so this was one of the ones that was on clearance. It's not my usual colors at all, but this and this, something about the speckles were calling to me. And like I said, coral carrot. Did I say carrot or cotton? I'm not sure, but this is, that's the focus right there. This is the coral carrot, 400 yards, and I think perfect for socks. Not my colors usually, but $3.74 as opposed to $14.99. And I kind of thought, if I'm gonna stray from my usual neutrals, and do something really bright and not me, what better time to do it than with clearance yarn that's super cheap? Because if I don't love it, I won't feel like I spent $30 on this thing that I'm not really excited about and won't wear as much. So I think it was a good time to pick up something a little bit wild and out there for me. And like I said, I'm more conservative with my colors. But then summer happened. Do you ever go to either buy clothes or yarn or nail polish and see that you're kind of drawn to a certain color because let me just show you my view here. Aside from, oh, it's hard to see. Aside from this beautiful purple, I'm having a thing for like a sea foamy bluish green. Okay, so for $1.49, I got the Yarn Bee Awesome Ombre in lilac, and it's 435 yards. Let's see, what are you made out of? Acrylic, nylon, and wool. I'm not sure about socks. I don't know if they would be able to hold a great structure, but oh my gosh, they're so soft. And I really do like this color. So I got that. And I also got it a friend, which is the seafoam color. So I'll try to, oh my goodness. I'll try to put those up there. So lilac and seafoam. And now, do it without the obnoxious labels. Now they have a friend on my yarn shelf. But I do plan on actually making, or at least trying, socks with them. I'm not sure. People had posted the Awesome Ombre in the sock group, and it was kind of, there wasn't a conclusive answer about if it would work for socks or not, so I'm gonna just try it and see. Then, let's see, I have 6 skeins of the Yarn Bee Sweet Divinity Ocean Breeze. I already know I'm gonna have to tap that, yep. So this is like a really pretty, also seafoam. I don't know if the lighting's gonna show it as well, but oh my gosh, it's really pretty. And so, Ocean Breeze, I did get 6 of them. They are 100 grams, 243 yards each, and it's acrylic and nylon. Might make a cool shawl, a little sweater. I'm not sure, but I needed to have it. It's beautiful, beautiful, and summery. And I blame my mom because she pointed out to me and saw that I was having a moment with this color. And I was like, you know what? I always, besides thinking of wanting to try colorful yarns for my socks, I always think of wanting to have, or wishing I had more sweater and shawl amounts of yarn and not having it. So we'll try it. If not, I'll find something to make with it. Okay, the last thing I got from Hobby Lobby was 2 skeins of the Yarn Bee color, what is it called? Color Idol in Frosty Mint. See if I can get it on there. Get me out of there. And so Frosty Mint, it's also very similar to Seafoam and Ocean Breeze, but it's very pretty. It is 50% merino wool, 30% nylon, and 20% acrylic, and 415 yards. So I got 2 of these because why not? Like I said, clearance yarn, and it was just the color that was calling to me. So that's my Hobby Lobby yarn haul. Then, yeah, did you guys do the Hobby Lobby yarn haul, the clearance sale? Because I know there were some people saying that by the time they got to their Hobby Lobby, everything was sold out, or they asked and one of the workers would say like, oh, we did that last week, we already put everything out, or they just never did it. So I'm also curious, so comment if you did the clearance shopping at Hobby Lobby's with their yarn. I'm also curious, do they have Hobby Lobby in other countries? I don't know. We have a Hobby Lobby 15 minutes away, about 15 minutes away. And we also have a Michael's and a Joann's about 15 minutes away. And then we have local yarn shops think we have 2 of them about 20 minutes away. So I am out in the country, but I'm surrounded by yarn, which is dangerous. So let's see, what else did I want to show you? I feel like, oh, you guys might be able to help me out. I'm dreaming of, this kind of goes with my breakfast in bed season theme. I'm dreaming of, and I don't know if this exists, like a big lofty yarn. So not roving, because that just pills and is a giant mess, but something kind of like roving where it's thick yarn, it's very soft, and I'm dying to make like a queen-sized bed blanket. I probably would just do stockinette stitch, or I don't think I would do any kind of cabling if it was really big yarn, because that means it's probably really expensive yarn. But the problem is, okay, so this is where I'm going with this. My husband and I had a quilt, and it ended up getting a couple holes in it. It just got old. It was white, which was a bad choice because it would get dirty with all the kids in and out. And then now we have separate blankets. So he has some blankets he'll use that just cover him, and I have blankets that I use that just cover me. And I feel like it's very messy looking, and it works. I mean, he can't accuse me of stealing his blanket all the time because I have my own. But now he complains about my giant pregnancy pillow taking up the whole bed. Anyway, I would like to get one cohesive blanket on our bed that's warm, and can cover a queen size bed that just has that like chunky look. Like roving, like if you've seen the roving blankets that people have on Pinterest that are really pretty to look at, but very impractical when it comes to washing and actually using. So if you have any suggestions of what kind of yarn or materials or specific brands, can you please let me know, because I've been searching everywhere and he's totally fine with it. He'll give up his blankets to have this one main blanket and make it look like an actual grown-up bedroom again, but I just haven't come across anything. I did make a blanket that I never had enough yarn to make it queen size, but I had made a blanket from a discontinued yarn by Knit Picks. I want to say it was like Snuggle Puff or something like that, marshmallowy or something. They don't sell that yarn anymore, and it's not quite as thick as I was hoping for, but just something like that. That's what I'm dreaming of. That's what I'd love to find and acquire, but there's a lot of yarn out there. There are a lot of dyers out there. And I just haven't come across anything yet. So, and then the last thing before I sign off is I wanted to share a listicle that I wrote, and this is like Bella Grace magazine, how they'll do listicles, which is like an article but in list form. And so I wrote down, this listicle is called Unbusy Mornings. I don't know if it's called this, but Unbusy Mornings leave room for hot breakfast, slowly stirring sugar into your tea or coffee, getting up for kids, dogs, etc., and then everyone hopping back into your bed with books, intentional daytime plans, and an extra row to knit. That's what Unbusy Mornings leave room for. And that is all I have to share with you guys today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and for ringing in season 2 of the Farmhouse Knitting Podcast. I hope you feel cozy and relaxed. The sun looks like it decided to join us, so I'm gonna go out and enjoy it and finish some coffee before my girls wake up and they're all napping. What else? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Go check out the Beach Slow TV knitting video. What else? If you're new, you can watch back through season 1 to catch up. Season 1's a little bit all over the place. I started and then restarted, and then took a pregnancy break for a while. Enter the giveaway, and I'll see you guys back here for another episode. So thanks for hanging out at the farmhouse with me, and I hope you got some knitting done, because that's always a good feeling, seeing some cool yarn and fun projects and realizing how much you actually got done knitting. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye.